What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, we got Marcel and Tisha walking up to their vacant lot where their dream home is supposed to be built, but they haven't made any progress of breaking any ground. Okay, she's excited about the home. She's been excited about it since they decided to create their home, but they've had some stops. Okay, he told them they need to put gas, electrical, and plumbing. It can be rushed, but she would like to have at least something done. They've been working on this house since 2019. It is 2022. Get it. COVID happened. A lot of materials, resources, construction wise, have been put to the back. Okay, everything ceased. But you guys have been able to still create businesses. You created black chocolate in a bottle. So what's the holdup with the home? Okay, so starting from scratch, switching architects, that's what they have to do. Now we're talking about Wanda. Tisha says she would invest in her mother's future business. Marcel doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to spend no money. That doesn't make any sense to him. And giving Wanda money for a future business is not in the cards for him, okay? And he's just wondering about the money. And is her truck working? She says she put a battery in. She drove around the neighborhood. It's a good working truck. You don't think she lied to you about how her truck is good? Why would she lie? Why would your mother not lie? Tisha, because your mother has lied and failed on a lot of things, okay? But it's so funny that he has so much of a reason to not work with Miss Wanda, but she brings up how you are so willing to get back into business with Martell, a man who has came in and disrupted our lives. Basically, you don't think he's changed? He said he doesn't believe that he's changed, but he's a good guy. He can benefit from our company, and he apologizes for the things that he did. He's acknowledged that. So you are only thinking about making amends with a man who wanted to hurt your family. Granted, Tisha, Martell shouldn't have said the 20 women comment, but your husband still haven't denied it though. Because we're still going back to that. And while the context of what he was saying is still working in your brain, you have not confronted your husband about it more than once, okay? And he's not even giving you any reassurance that what he said was in the past. Let's move forward. Stop bringing it up. Let's just start anew. But Tisha always holds on to a grudge, okay? And it's no surprise that Marceau would defend him saying how he was dealing with a lot. He decided to create more problems when he was dealing with. I don't care how you slice it, Marceau, how he was dealing with a lot. I'm not giving him no sympathy that he decided to cheat on his wife and have an outside affair. That's not dealing with problems. That's him making a choice that he wasn't happy. Like, please, and how he deserves a second chance and Miss Wanda doesn't. At the end of the day, none of them are trustworthy to be in business in any capacity. Okay. Now, of course, the difference is Martell is someone who I know I can still keep on the back burner because he knows my secrets. I can ruffle no feathers. Miss Wanda will question me at every given turn, and I cannot have her question me. I can only lie so much. I can only omit so much. That's not gonna work. Is what I'm taking it. So having the conversation with Martell to make certain that we're about business, we're not about no drama, okay? Marcel was making a lot of jokes about how Tisha was going out on a date with a cheater, but I'm for real. She's a good girl, okay? Even when we were dating, she was so good. But I'm just like, what is your point, Marcel? Why do you have to make a joke about Tisha going out with a man that's a cheater? Are you trying to say something about you though? And it's not a date. She's going to a meeting with Martell to let him know I'm about business, not drama. Like, and he even said it on camera. I will leave you for a rumor. I really do think that every time Marcel jokes, he means what he says. Martell. So Martell's arriving at a vacant home or something. It's been a year since he built the house, and to have this type of job to get him back in the swing of this of building a home is nice. Question: where is your builder's license? Did you pass? How are you able to build a home if you don't have a builder's license? How are you able to do any construction on any type of home? Confusing. So at the same time, while taking a stab at building a home again, he invited Monica to discuss business and also talk about the rumor that's been said that Melody said that they're sleeping together. So he wanted to talk about the rumor and said, I'm letting you know now, there's a rumor said by Kenny, who was told by Mel, that me and you were sleeping together. She said she came to work with him professionally and that her people, her people. She never had any issues with Mel. Mel sung at her mother's funeral. It's been 9 conversations, but the whole start of where the animosity might have come from is the wedding. How she quit abruptly. Her mother took over everything. It was because her assistant told Monica that Martell wanted to holler at her, and Melody was going around interrogating people. Who spoke to Martell? Who's trying to talk to Martell? And this and that. And she said, girl, nobody want him but you. I don't know about that part. That once the assistant told you about it, you told Mel. Mel was going around interrogating people. I don't see Mel in the Mel that I see right now being that insecure that she wants to question every woman that might have had a contact with Martell. I don't feel like that. I think that you had a plan to let her know what he's doing. She didn't take it. She married him. But now she said, I think you guys have had something going on. And it wasn't 2 weeks before her wedding, it was months before her wedding. And Martell was like, I mean, I don't know why that's coming out that we're sleeping with each other. We haven't slept with each other since high school. Knock knock, who's there? Martell, you're a fool. You admitted that on camera. You're pretty much proving Melody right that in the mindset that she's thinking right now, you guys might have had something going on either currently at that time or now. Because to say that you guys haven't been sexual since high school is pretty much giving off the reason why she felt the way that she felt. Now, granted, people can say that was high school, that was years ago. How is it that he still maintained a friendship with this woman after high school, after an intimate situation, for him to hire her as his wedding planner? And then after the wedding, they still remain friends. The wedding, the marriage is over. She is now helping him revamp his image. Come on. I would feel away too. You told me that my fiance was cheating on me. I married him. I divorced him. And yet you're helping him repair his image? That seems a little suspect though. Come on. It's not that Melody is insecure that he slept with her. It's the fact that he still kept her around after all of that. It just lets you know what's on his mind. Then they go back and forth with throwing slugs at, I mean, you like cheating. You know what I'm saying? You like creating families. Martell, didn't you cheat too? I don't recall that. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening here? Because before we got to that point, Monica said it's unfair to her marriage and to her husband that this is happening, but then also say, I don't need no one to check up on me or who I'm sleeping with. So, girl, make it make sense. Is you cheating on your husband or is you not? And is this unfair to your marriage or is it not? Because I think that you really don't care. And if you and Martell could throw digs at one another, how you cheated, you don't recall what time, then y'all definitely have a toxic friendship where you guys know each other's dirt and y'all solidified what Mel has been feeling at this moment. And she was absolutely right in her ways. I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute. Did y'all just confess that y'all were intimate in high school and that it carried on to your friendship now? I mean, Martell is single. He could do what he do. But for Monica, for her to be in this position, I don't know. It seems suspect and it's like foolish. But anyway, a mess, like I wrote. So Melody is in her backyard sweeping up everything. Her mom goes outside to talk about, she did an interview with the creator of the Love and Hip Hop fan page. And everybody was engaging. She loves it. Melody loves her mom getting out there, getting on the spotlight and everything. But she sucks that her mom has to defend her. But that's what mothers do, defend their children. So, talking about the post that Miss Van did about the Team White shirt that Tisha wore at a Valentine's Day event, little promo code, little marketing opportunity because Mel did create a line of Team White shirts and sweatshirts. And she wanted to, add a promo code for it. Get that back in the swing of things, get that merchandise back on the market of being sold. She saw it as a marketing opportunity. And she said, I created those shirts a year ago, and people are going right back to the website. So it was shade. Actually, I don't even think it was shade though. This is the thing, okay? So the post to me was innocent. It wasn't poking fun at Tisha. It had nothing to say about Tisha. Even the post itself, it just said watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, Team Wife, all this and that. Nothing was said about Tisha in that post but the picture of Tisha herself, okay? And at the end of the day, Tisha, you cannot say that it was shade when you came out the gate wearing that shirt to be shade towards Mel. Miss Van just took an opportunity of making money out of it. So thank you, Tisha, for wearing that shirt and making Melody more money. Then we get to Marcel's post. He posted two Coke bottles with, the names. You used to get Coke bottles where they have your name and another name, and he found Vanessa's name and Scott, and he put it together as if this is Vanessa Scott's name. So Marcel posted it. Mark took the picture, sent it to her, and she sent it to Tisha because apparently his mother told her that he will meet a woman named Vanessa and that she will be a great wife and have a great marriage. She mentioned this to Tisha and told Tisha that he's moving too fast, and that really made her nervous. So the producers wanted to know who is Mark to Maurice and Marceau. Melody said no comment. I'm not answering that. Don't ask me no more questions about that. I'm done because we know the backstory, and Melody does not want to involve herself in that, and she has every right not to because the Scott brothers are a mess. And Mark, oh, the stories about Mark that I have read this past year about him is disturbing. It really is. So just going back and forth with, was it petty, was it mean, was it malicious, and Martell knew the whole truth about the friendship between Mark and Vanessa, but what made it a problem was the sex tape and how he switched up at the reunion trying to catch her in a lie that she was in a relationship with him, how she drove 6 hours to meet him. And it's like, oh wow, since I don't claim you as my son-in-law, or I'm not giving you that support that you think you need, you want to just throw me out to the wayside and call me out to be a hoe or something. And let me say this, Miss Van is not 12. She's not 18. She is a grown woman with grown children and grandchildren. She doesn't owe anybody any explanations as to who she's dating, who is her friend or her special friend. She does not owe anybody. So the fact that we're still sitting here trying to make it an issue or make it a problem that Miss Van and Mark might have had a relationship is no business of ours. It really isn't, okay? And Melody can say the reason why he wants to get back into the good graces with the Scots because they can help him revamp his image. They can help him get back to how he used to be. And she's absolutely right. You know how Martell do. Martell keeps the people who's going to benefit him on the back burner, and he works his way up to get back to that spot. Now, Destiny is having an event, the reopening of Madani. Um, Destiny, no, Melody says she's going to be there. She has no issues with Destiny. She's not her enemy. She will be there to support her. But basically, production told her to pop up on that event because they knew it was going to be some mess, and that will be Melody's opportunity to confront Miss Wanda. I don't think that there was any more interaction between Melody and Miss Wanda in the rest of the season besides that moment. So we're going to move on from that. Tisha. Tisha is meeting with Martell at Black. Martell strictly wants to talk about business, right? He will not be mentioning Miss Wanda. He said Melody's gonna take care of it, okay? So as soon as he sits down, Tisha really wants to get down to the mess. She brings up how are the children? How's your ex-mother-in-law? How is she doing? And I'm just like, Tisha, for somebody who wants to be about business, I can't tell. If you're so willing and so eager and so happy to talk about this mess. And I don't think he was paying attention and he was just talking. So then it bypassed business, talking about, Melody and the kids. They went to the amphitheater to support her. And then the post about her wearing a Team Wife shirt, right? She said, yes, I'm supporting Team Wife, you know what I'm saying? But again, you were being shady. And she was upset that the post was on Ms. Van's personal page and she didn't think it was positive. She's supporting you, right? Yes, but she's low key shady. Like she's the good Christian woman. I'm from the Bible, low key type of shade. I'm like, then what is your mother, Tisha? What's your mama? Because we're not about to make it seem that Miss Van did the most utterly disrespectful thing to you by posting that picture when your mother has done 2 hour lives talking about Melody and her children and her mother, mind you. So continuing on with the fact that Miss Vanessa was dating Mark, and when she was working for Scold, the friendship between her and Mark was developing. She told Tisha not to tell her husband. She said, "Oh, why would I not tell him? That's my husband." You can't keep nothing between a girlfriend, Tisha. Can't keep nothing to yourself. And it's not even funny at the point when it came down to Tisha saying, yeah, she wanted to be a Sky 2.0. She wanted to be like this. It's not funny. And for both of them to even talk about this woman's business, she's a grown woman, Mark's a grown man. It's not even funny. It's very uncomfortable. It's cringing. It's not even that serious. And the picture, you know what I'm saying? How when the picture was put up, she thought it was funny. Martell thought it was petty. He said, no, it's not petty. This is not a third. I'm like, Tisha, you miss me. You just doing too freaking much, okay? Because I'm happy that Martell did not engage as much in the situation because he knows I'm just now getting to a good place with Melody. I do not want to mess that up. I do not want to be in the scene talking about this post. You know what I'm saying? So he stood up for a little bit. But Letitia was way too eager to get the mess started, okay? And what is the purpose? Why are we talking about a man who's not on the show? And Miss Van, who doesn't even be a part of the season like that. She's not even all the way here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get back to business, please. And then, what is his interest of getting back into school? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your dreams? Building hotels, owning a hotel, this and the third. And they've always had great business relationships, you know? And she bought him out because she wanted to show them that I can be someone else who can be the middleman. Because when you guys were in a combined making decisions, y'all can never come to the same footing. So I stepped in so I can be an easier way for you guys to make decisions. My decisions, okay? So she said when she bought the company, it was in a negative, and now it's a multi-million dollar company. If it's a multi-million dollar company, why isn't your home built? And tell him it's a new leader in town. It's not the third. Martell said he has no problem taking orders from a woman, but I also felt as though in the beginning of the season, Marcel wanted to change the narrative that Tisha is now this big boss when all this time she was never a boss. You're now doing it based off of the backlash you're receiving. So you're making it seem as if Tisha has always been this boss. So it's been this person who took charge. Okay. Um, they're just going back to that, going back to can they trust him, the 20 women comment. I'm just like, I'm done with this 20 women comment though. He said it, move on. But we're not going to act like Tisha didn't say any outlandish things as well. The BMW comment, you can miss me, Tisha, okay? I don't like the fact that Marceau and Tisha always act as if they never bite back with their pettiness or they never act like they don't do sneaky pettiness based off of how Melly and Martell fight back. It's like all of them have petty moments. All of them make petty comments. It's not just Melody and Martell. So once that is being addressed, we're good. Don't ever come at that again. I'm like, girl, goodbye. And then she's defending him that he was going through a lot. He was caught cheating, then the divorce, and he was lashing out at everybody. I don't care how you guys slice it. Marcel don't get no sympathy from me that he was making his own decisions of cheating on his wife and having an outside child that he deserved no type of, oh, he was going through a lot. No, miss me. So right now, he's not being fake. He's being real, blah, blah, blah. And then the Destiny Suites, because Marcel told him about re-renovating Destiny Salon. Tisha said that since she can't come to a price point with the owner of building the suites and buying the place, the suites are not in the cards at the moment. So Martell is out of an idea again of making more money and getting back together with Scots. So we're gonna move on from that. The meeting with Tisha went well. He has to have a conversation with Marcel about what's the next step since he can't renovate with Marcel by Destiny Suites. So the men go bowling. It was pig skins or something. Like they threw a football at bowling pins. Okay, so they all meet up, talk about how they were all in quarterbacks and stuff. They all sit down, talk about how him and Melody are doing great. You know, he's talking to the kids more, spending time with them more. Marcel being nosy by saying you're getting more than kids' affections, right? You can't just get affection from your kids alone. You have to have more than that. So are you dating? Marcel nosy as hell. Then, of course, he makes a joke about how he had a date with Tisha. I don't like these jokes. They mean more than what Marcel is saying, and it's not sitting with me. But basically, you know, are you going to be a better person? You know, words to the point where you won't have your buttons pushed and you come out of your mouth and say outlandish things. That goes both ways. I'm happy that they're both able to come face to face and talk about things and not have them be at a distance, blah blah blah. Um, Saying how Martell has grown, but he has a dark side. Everybody does. And in the meeting, how she's, part of the leadership. Everything will go in her direction. He doesn't care. He just wants to do business. And he's just talking about Tisha is this, and that. I don't even know what I'm writing or reading. Blah blah blah. So nice of him to come back. Blah blah blah. So then we get to the post. Tisha wearing the team wear shirt. Ms. Van posting it for Mel's business. Marcel thought it was right to come back with the Coke bottles, saying how if she's supporting marriage, then I'm supporting marriage. No, you're not. You're supporting bullshit. Is what you're doing. And to say that they don't always come out with negativeness, like they are the ones who have to defend themselves. They never fight first. They fight back or something like that. And how it wasn't being petty and where to get the picture from, this and that, the third, and mentioning a whole bunch how Miss Van dated Marge, she was paying his child support, this and that, the third, and making sure he was good. But what I don't like is how Marie sat there and didn't say nothing. Didn't say nothing. Both of y'all are his brothers, and you guys are calling him out like he's a bum. How a woman paid for his bills, and we know the mindset that you guys have. You guys think less of a man if a woman comes in and takes care of everything. So how is that you guys are so comfortable with calling out your brother? He wasn't on top of paying child support. That's embarrassing. And then wasn't it always something that they didn't even help his brother out when he needed help? Miss Van helped him out. Like it's just embarrassing. Like so now we're at the reopening of Destiny's launch of Madani. COVID cut back her hours, but I was able to work long enough. Miss Van's there with her food truck. She had like a whole bunch of different vendors. Even Letitia's daughter's nail line was one that came in. She got the invite from Destiny to her food. Hoping that Marcel can see and taste her food that this is a good business to invest in. We also saw Contessa and Sky making an appearance. I remember seeing this on Instagram. Contessa looks great in braids. Maybe Contessa should wear braids instead of wigs, but saw that. Um, yeah, so when Martell and Melnika was there, they asked her, did you invite Mel? She said, Mel's right here. No, Melody. She doesn't want to listen. She points out, how she painted the cabinets black, avoids the question. And then we see a gold G-Wagon. I think that was Stormy G-Wagon. And to be continued, that's where we're going to see the fight itself that we saw play out on social media. As you can see, I really did not have much to say. Like, this view wasn't even that long. I said it last week. They're going to drag out the buildup of the fight. I don't know what else is going to happen the remainder of the season because the fight was the biggest thing that we found out on social media. I don't know if we're going to get that same, like, exciting, exhilarating rush when we saw it play out on social media, when we're seeing it now recorded and filmed on the show. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.